This is day 2 of week 1 of the program I built. Yesterday it was legs, and it was brutal. I thought I was going to die the whole time. Of course, I did it on shift in our training center, and it's pretty hot and humid in that part of the building. So adding that on to then a pretty hardcore leg day gave it a whole nother layer. So today, as like I said, is day 2, so that means we are benching. So we're going to start with some heavy benches, and then we'll do some weighted dips and some of the other accessories that I enjoy doing on bench day. So I currently have my Transparent Labs pre-workout in me. It's the lean. I have tried both the bulk and the lean, and I think I like the lean better. So here we go. Chest day, day number 2. All right, getting into it. I said yesterday I would film my warm-ups, so for benching day and any sort of pushing day, I like to start with these internal rotations to warm up the shoulders and the rotator cuffs. I usually do about 10 to 20 reps depending. I think I went a tad heavy on these today. I used the 15 pounders and probably should have stuck with the 10s and done slightly higher reps. But knowing that now, I'll just keep it with the 10s just to help get the shoulders lubricated and ready for the heavy benching and heavy weighted dips. From there, I'll do banded face pulls. And I'll usually go for about 10 to 20 reps on those as well. And then after that, I'll do either 20 empty barbell bench presses or 10 push-ups. And all in all, I usually do these sets for about 2 or 3 rounds. I ended up only doing 2 today, and I think it might have shot me in the foot for my benching session because I didn't do as well as I wanted. So, but knowing that going forward, just make a few small changes and tweaks and go from there. I ended up only filming 1 round of this, just so you all get the idea of what I like to do to warm up the chest and shoulders for any sort of pushing day. Then after all those 2 to 3 rounds, I'll do one set of 10 barbell bench with the first 5 being a pause and the last 5 just being a standard controlled set of 5. So here I am with that first set of that. I usually only do one set of that, but it also kind of just depends on how I'm feeling. So then this is my second set of 5. So the bar was actually moving really well. Like it has never felt that smooth and that controlled in quite a while. So I was feeling ready to go for my AMRAP set. So then this is my AMRAP set with a goal. I had to hit at least 5. My goal was 6 to 8 reps. I didn't end up hitting anywhere near what I wanted to. I ended up pretty much grinding out the 5th rep. Um, I've notoriously had issues with any sort of benching or overhead pressing movement. It's like I'll be going good and then I just hit a wall, and that was that wall. So then, first major accessory I like doing is weighted dips. So these I do for about 4 sets of 6 to 8. Again, didn't get as many reps and sets on this as I would have liked. I ended up only doing 3 sets, but all in all, I got 5 quality reps on bench and then 3 quality sets of weighted dips. So I guess I can't complain. Um, I believe I went 8, 7, 6 on this. I probably could have squeezed out one more set of 5 or 6, but I'd rather stay in that 6 to 8 range and get a good quality set without grinding too much. So this was my last set of that. Then here's my first kind of isolation movement, which I initially had planned on using the shoulder press machine. We have a machine at this gym. This is the City Hall gym that I was talking about, by the way. But we have a machine that does chest press, incline press, and shoulder press. Um, so I initially was planning on using that, but I don't know if it was the range of motion on it or what, but it wasn't feeling good. So I ended up going back to dumbbells for 3 sets of this of 6 to 12 reps. Or no, I'm sorry, 4 sets of 6 to 8. So sometimes you just gotta make small tweaks to your workout and to get the same stimulus as you want, and that's life. Okay, here's my next main isolation movement. So this is where I'm doing the 3 sets of 6 to 12. I probably could have gone a tad heavier. I ended up doing 12, 12, 10 for my 3 sets. This has always kind of bugged my upper chest slash shoulder area, so I don't usually go super heavy on it. It's more of a focusing on the stretch and the squeeze for me. Um, but yeah, so this was my final set, I believe. My last, this is my last shoulder isolation movement. Again, excuse me. I'm going for 3 sets of 6 to 12 reps in a controlled manner. I know it kind of looks like I might be swinging a little bit, and I may have been. I don't really know, but it's more or less just movement so I can get the dumbbells in front of my body. Um, Probably went a little heavy on these, but they were feeling good, so I definitely wouldn't go any heavier for the next week or two on these. Just focus on controlled reps with the 30s. And I ended up doing 12, 12, 10 on these as well as like along with the chest flies. That wasn't my intentions, it's just how the reps played out. So then this is my final 2 exercise superset that I try to do. Kind of got this inspired from Arnold. He always liked doing a wide grip chest press to work on the outer and get more of that shape. So this was a goal of 15 to 20 reps for 2 sets. So I supersetted this with face pulls, and on the chest press, I didn't hit the amount of reps that I would have liked, but I went to pretty much failure, so I can't complain. I got good quality sets in. Face pulls, I know you're supposed to kind of line it up more at face level, but I've noticed I get more of a good squeeze and stretch in the upper and back and traps if I set the cable pulley a little higher than my head. So I ended up doing 20 and 17 reps on both sets of these. So I got a good burn in my upper back and rear delts from doing these, and helps kind of balance out all the pressing that I do. My bench workout is usually a tad longer, but the way it was feeling yesterday, I ended up cutting it a little short. Um, I just was trying to tell myself not to internally freak out with the way it was going, but it just stuff wasn't moving and wasn't feeling good, so I just ended up calling it after this last set of the superset. And just like I mentioned in the outro here, you'll see that I'm happy I got in there and stayed consistent. You'll see this set of my face pulls. I think I sped up on them a little bit. I was still trying to get a good squeeze, but hindsight being 2020, I would have slowed down on the eccentric portion of it a tad more to help really get that stretch in the upper back and pulling the shoulder blades apart. But that's my bench workout. Like I said, it was cut a little short. Next week should be the full workout. But didn't go as well as I wanted it to. Didn't get as many reps on my AMRAP set on bench as I wanted, or on my weighted dips. But the important thing is I got in there, I got some good quality work done and stayed consistent. That's the most important thing. So pushing isn't necessarily in my wheelhouse on my legs and pulling movements. That's really where my strength is. I've always kind of had issues with pushing stuff. So it's a work in progress. I'll get there. But tomorrow is day 3, which is pulling. So we'll be doing AMRAP set on deadlifts and then mostly pulling back exercises. Tomorrow's schedule will be a little different, whereas I normally do strength in the morning and then either maybe some sort of conditioning at night. Tomorrow will be conditioning in the morning most likely, and then tomorrow night will be the strength. So you'll just have to wait and see why it's different tomorrow. See y'all.